Just recently, the Grand Order of Draco Slayers did a long and very powerful ritual with Hercules, and it centered around the strangling of two serpents when he was an infant. And I think the repercussions are going to be long and positive for those of us working within the Order and those who are interested in learning more about what the Order does and maybe petitioning to become a member. In this working, though, brought up an experience that I and another member had that almost tore the Order apart. And I'm doing this video to, I guess, I'm looking for people with information. And I don't want to give a lot of details because I don't want to be accused of foreshadowing, but it's important that if you're out there and you have any details or if you have anything that could help us sort this together, it would be great if you came forward. I'm getting the feeling strongly that someone out there knows something and can definitely help us put together the pieces. I and a friend of mine, I'm going to say this has happened between 2006 and 2008, had met a Native American medicine man. I'm not going to say from what tribe or from what state. And we talked with him for a couple months, and we really pressed him about his knowledge of Snake Brothers and Star Brothers. And he finally let us know that his people were well aware of the Snake Brothers and Star Brothers and had a healthy mistrust of both, although they distrusted the Snake Brothers far more. After talking with him more and him finding out and finally seeing that we weren't, just some people who saw the craft and, got some books on Wicca, that we were an actual order that had a real understanding of the astral and magical realms, he led us in to a spot in the desert where a lot of his people had done a great number of rituals and had petitioned for help from their great spirit as well as ancestral spirits, and told us that we might be able to find allies there. So I and this friend went to this place, and we spent, I'm going to say, 4 to 5 days. And we had planned to spend more, but on our last night there, which wasn't supposed to be our last night, I'm going to say somewhere between midnight and 4 o'clock in the morning, we wake up to smashing and glass breaking. And now, this is in the desert, and for those of you who have done desert camping, it is pitch black out there, even with full moon. It's very, very difficult to see. So, what we could make out with my friend's flashlight was there was a very large man picking up rocks, and big rocks, and hurling them through our windshield of the truck that we had come in. Now, I can't go and tell you who I am. Maybe one day I will, but I am a very, very physically powerful human being. I hold world records in certain strength feats, and in certain circles, it's well known what I'm able to do. So I came and just body checked this man, and it felt like I'd hit a lead wall, and I was pretty concerned. The friend that was with me came around and started punching him from behind, and I could tell that this man, or I say man loosely, had no physical reaction to being hit, and focused all his attention on me because I feel that he felt I was the bigger threat. And we fought and wrestled, and I really felt that this individual was probably going to kill me because he was so unbelievably strong, and just nothing seemed to faze him. Well, we got to the point where I was able to come really hard down into his knees with my shoulder. One, because I was trying to avoid not getting hit again. Two, because I felt it may be my only chance. Three, because my friend was on top of his shoulders, I guess trying to put him in a chokehold. I don't really know, and my friend will say he didn't really know what he was doing either. But we got him down on the ground, and we were rolling around, and both me and, I'm going to say, this man slid down a grade on some loose gravel, or big loose rocks, and we tumbled for a while, and by sheer divine providence, I ended up on top. This thing, you know, we're both fighting dirty. This thing is trying to rip open my nutsack, and I am trying to tear into his eyes, and I'm trying to get on what's called a double wrist lock, because my feeling is that if I can break this thing's arm, we might be able to get away. And while I am holding him down and trying to pin him and get this double wrist lock, I have my knee in his face, and I'm trying to kick away his other hand that's trying to tear into my groin. My friend comes around, finally gets down there, and drops a very heavy rock for him, which is a pretty heavy rock for other people, down on the head of this thing, and it goes limp. I am in a lot of pain. I had some pretty extensive injuries. My ribs are bruised, my eye was rolling shut, 2 fingers on my left hand were broken. I think most of all the toes on my right foot were broken, and I was bruised on the inside of the thigh, and just really hurting all over. I wanted to get a better look at this thing. Now, I love all people, but this thing looked like it suffered from Down syndrome. But it was so dark and things were moving so quickly that I couldn't really get a good look. And right when we were about to, and I started to kind of look over, it seemed to be dressed in pretty simple clothes. It was like a sweater. It looked like it had jeans on, but it was just big. It was probably about 6'6" and well into the 300 pounds. We heard screaming and yelling all around us, and I, for fear that this may be something similar, that there was more of them, there was just no way we were going to stay around. So we ran, and we hid in some rocks. I say we probably ran for half a mile, maybe more. The screaming and yelling went on for a couple hours and ended just before daybreak. We came back to camp. Now, by this time, all the adrenaline had worn off, and like the injuries were really taking their toll. But our truck was totaled. And the most interesting thing about it is on the hood, it looked like someone, and I'm not over-exaggerating, had taken a giant bloody shit all over the hood, and it smelled so horrible, and it was so foul that we could barely get close to it, and it attracted wild bees. And we went down the grade to see if we could find this thing, and it was gone. There was blood, but I'm pretty sure it was all mine. I'm pretty sure we encountered a reptile or a Draco in the physical. But if anyone else has some information on this, I would be very interested to hear it. And I would like to also let you know that we will be introducing Hercules very soon, and to keep posted for that. And thank you for all those helping us with the movement. It's being very positive, and I'm noticing some very strong results in the astral world, which we all know filter down to become a reality. So thank you.